Hello guys, I'm gonna type on Instagram something. Ask any Korean questions, and then I will pin this. How do you pin a question, a comment? Okay, no, not this one. Okay. 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. So I'm streaming both on Instagram and also on YouTube. So this is your opportunity to ask questions, and I have about 30 minutes before I have to go. So we'll try to do this more regularly in the future, but this is 안녕하세요, 안녕하세요. A quick session. Okay. So first of all, please let us know where you are watching. 어느 나라에서 보고 계세요? I will try to answer as many questions as possible. As you may already know, we have done this many times before. We used to do this more regularly, but we're not doing live sessions as often as we did before. So, okay, Hong Kong, Poland, 그리고 where? From Korea. Okay. Hi, Carolyn. All right. Indonesia, Seoul, Zambia, Australia, Poland again, and 지금 필리핀, Mexico, Arizona, Illinois, Malaysia, another person from Zambia, California, Gangnam. Okay, a lot of people are in Korea. Anybody watching from Korea on Instagram? Hungary, 미국. Do you all know how to say your country's name in Korean? That's one of the first words you need to know, right? 알제리. Okay, I will read the country names in Korean now. 알바니아, 벨라루스, 슬로바키아, 텍사스, not a country name. Chicago, again, not a country name, but still. 타이완, 타이완은 한국어로 대만. 대만 is the word for Taiwan in Korean. 베트남, 라스베가스, 라스베이거스. 그다음에 요르단, 맞아요, 요르단. Jordan, 영국. From 용산구, not too far. We're in 마포구. 시리아, 호주, 인도. Okay, perfect, amazing. So I have seen some questions here, so I will try to answer them. Okay, and so in the future as well, not only today, but in the future too, if you have any questions about anything remotely related to Korea or living in Korea, working in Korea, traveling in Korea, let us know. And if I don't get to answer your question here during the live session, I will answer, or somebody else on the team who knows better about the topic will answer in the form of a video or a blog post or something like that, okay? So we will be able to read all your questions after the session is over, so don't worry about not being read, okay? So, where was... Jazz Rocks asks, I am always waiting for a live chat with you. How do you say this in Korean? I'm always waiting for a live chat with you. Live chat in Korean is 라이브 chat, or in Korean these days, because mainly on Instagram, a lot of Koreans who like to do Instagram live chats, they call it 라방, 라방. Kind of sounds like 나방, moth, but 라방, 라이브 방송, live broadcast. 라이브 방송, 라방. So when you see 라방 somewhere, it means a live chat on Instagram. So I'm always waiting for a live chat with you. 항상 라방 기다리고 있어요. 항상 라이브 챗 기다리고 있어요. Is how you say it. Okay, I will try to kind of switch back and forth between Instagram and YouTube. All right, okay, scrolling. What is the difference between 해변 and 해수욕장? Great question. 해변 is, 해 is sea, the sea. 변 is the side, the border with something. So 해변 is the seashore or the coastline. 해변 is by the sea, and 해수욕장 is usually the sand beach where people can relax, hang out, sunbathe, etc. Oh, I see some people walking behind me. Okay, one question from this is a TTMIK Labang. One question from Instagram. I will pick one question from Instagram right here and then another question from YouTube. And by the way, my coworkers will be doing more of these Instagram live chats in the future, so please be on the lookout for those. And okay, CKR Selva 선생님 모두 것을 감사합니다. Thank you for everything. In Korean, that would be 여러모로 감사합니다 is one way to say it. 여러모로 감사합니다, or 모두 다 여러모로 감사합니다 would be what I would say. Okay, and Vina03 asks when to use 귀여워, 귀엽다, and 귀여운. 귀엽다 is the verb to be cute. 귀여운 is cute as an adjective. Okay, 귀여운 아이, cute child. 귀여운 옷, cute clothing. But 귀여워 is a verb conjugated into the casual language present tense. 귀여워, it's cute. Or 귀여워요 if you want to make it formal. Okay, and then here. Wow, a lot of questions. You know what? Whenever we do these live chats, we feel bad for all the questions that we get to not answer, but we appreciate all the questions and we will get back to your questions eventually. Nifa Utopia says, sometimes I hear Koreans using 가지고 in the end of sentences. What does it mean? 가지고. So, 가지고, 가지고, or 여 가지고. So, 추워 가지고. 나 밖에 안 나갔어. 추워 가지고. So, that means because it's cold. So, 추워서, 추워 가지고, and 추워서 are the same thing. Okay? What sound is it? Water boiling outside. And yeah, that's that. Hey, Ainalem. Yeah, okay. Do you have some lessons for beginners? Yes, we do. So just go to talktomeinkorean.com and take the level test, or go to the curriculum and click on the beginner tag, and you will see a ton of beginner-friendly lessons. Okay, back to YouTube. Okay. Can you do general topics more often on your YouTube channel, please? What are some examples of general topics? Maybe not just Korean language, but also culture in general, maybe? We want to do that. So yeah, we have a ton of topics that we want to cover in the coming months. So if you want to know more about one specific thing, please let us know. We're always reading the comments and actually making a lot of the comments a real course. So please let us know. And then any specific order of following books with grammar lessons? If you want to stick with online lessons, that's fine too, but we find that a lot of people like to study with the actual paper books at the same time because it's much easier and the experience is different. But it's up to you. You can, if you already know how to read and write Hangul, you can just jump right onto level 1 grammar textbook and then solve more questions with the workbook. And you can go like that, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. We have now up to level 6 with the textbooks, and then level 5 with the workbook. And we also have level 6 workbook coming out soon. But we have 28 different kinds of books, so you can pick any topic. Even if you are only in level 1, you can just jump to real life conversations beginner, and vice versa. Okay, let's find some good questions. Okay, CIPPI. What is the difference between 창피해 and 쪽팔려? Okay, embarrassing is 창피해. 창피해 is more formal. It can be more formal. It's more neutral. 창피해요. You can use it in any setting. In a more formal setting, you can maybe say 부끄럽습니다. 부끄러워요. 부끄럽다. 부끄럽다 is the verb. And 창피해요 or 창피하다 is slightly less formal. But then 쪽팔려 is very, very, very casual. So don't say it in public speech. Okay? 쪽팔려, you hear this often used among friends. Like you have a crush on someone and then you tripped and fell in front of that person. You can say 쪽팔려 as a casual expression. All right. Captain Jack Free says, does the Korean language have a subjunctive tense? Basically, no. So it's easier, and that's why whenever Korean people learn French or Spanish, or even in English, like for example, I insist that you, or I insist that he do that, that subjunctive doesn't exist in Korean. So a lot of Koreans, when they learn French or Spanish, they have a hard time understanding the concept. Okay. Yunka says, what does 잘가 가지마 mean? 잘가 is go well or goodbye. 가지마 is don't go. It's part of a very famous song. I think 거짓말 by G.O.D. 잘가 가지마. Okay. And Zen Dress View says, I'm at work right now and I'm so stinking excited you are live. Thank you for watching. Okay, and then, wow, this is fun. Going to Instagram for one question and then going to YouTube for another question. Mira Park, tips for traveling to Korea for the first time. Well, I don't know what kind of tips you might need, but have fun. Try as many different types of dishes that you can try. And also, if you can, try to learn some travel phrases before you come to Korea, because not everybody speaks English. And if you are in a situation where you want to speak to people in English, pick a relatively young person, because younger people generally do understand a lot more English than older people. Nazida says, can you sell your Talk to Me in Korean books at a cheaper price? We wish we could, but I think our books are reasonably priced. The only thing that can be costly is the shipping, especially if you're ordering from a country quite far away, like Brazil or Africa. But unfortunately, it's something that we cannot do anything about. The shipping rates are decided by the Korea Post, and what we can do is sometimes we have sales, and we actually have a sale going on right now, and it ends today. So if you haven't been on Talk to Me in Korean in a while, and if you missed out on that news, check out our website talktomeinkorean.com, and you will see all the information about the sale that will end within 24 hours. And that's the final sale of the year. And so somebody walked behind me. You can't see it on Instagram, but on YouTube. That was Kyunghwa, yes, wearing, I think, brown shirts, brown shirt and brown pants. Okay, and 3, Arlene, your kids are so cute. Thank you. I think so too. Okay. Okay. Hey Max, I want to ask about nika. Nika. I thought it meant because, but sometimes when I watch Korean dramas, the meaning is not because. Can you explain that phrase? That please. Nika can have many usages, I guess, and the basic meaning is because. So it's cold outside, so let's stay inside. 밖에 추우니까 안에 있자. 밖에 추우니까 나가지 말자. But it can be used with other words like 테니까, 테니까. So 테니까, when you hear that, for example, 나는 여기 있을 거야. I will be here. But if you change it to 나는 여기 있을 테니까 너는 밖에 있어. I will be here, so you know. So when you're making a suggestion, 니까 can be used, especially with 테니까. If you had another kind of phrase in mind, please let me know. Okay, great. A lot of questions. I will never be able to answer all the questions today, but I will do my best. What is the difference between 매우, 너무, 그리고 아주? 매우 is very written language like. I never ever say 매우 in Korean. Speaking of never ever ever, like this phrase, something funny just occurred to me. So as many of you already know, I only talk to my son in English to raise him bilingually, which is going really well, I think. And I think I used this phrase, never ever do that again, or something like that to him to warn him against something. And then he picked it up. And then he was speaking in English to his mom, my wife. And I think he misunderstood it as like never ever ever as something that I emphasize. And he said to my wife, "Mommy, you are the prettiest girl ever. Never, ever, ever." So she was really confused. So yeah, never ever. I never ever say 매우. 너무 is too or extremely, excessively, but these days 너무 is used as very, and 아주 is also very or really. But among 매우, 너무, 아주, I think 너무 is the most commonly used one to refer to really. Okay, back to Instagram. What is the best way to memorize vocabulary? I believe the best way to memorize vocabulary is whenever you see a new word, whenever you see a new word to learn or learn a new word, the experience has to be memorable. So either through making a sentence that you will remember, the sentence can be very dramatic or can be really realistic, something that you always say all the time. It can be a scary sentence. So just like watching a movie or reading a good book with a good story, if the word is used in a way that will make you remember that situation, that vicarious experience or memory, it'll stick to your memory more easily, I think. So that's what I try to do whenever I learn a new language. There's a word, I try to make a sample sentence, maybe a normal sample sentence that I will say, and then a totally abnormal sentence that I will never say, but something that is fun to just think about. Okay. Oh, I'm having trouble here scrolling through comments. Some things, yeah, the comments are stuck. Nicholas, or Nicole, I'm your fan. Haha, thank you for teaching us. I live in Japan. I hope to visit Korea. Thank you. Okay. M-I-H-I, he says, where do we use 왜 하필? 왜 하필? 왜 is why. 하필 is out of all the other choices. 하필. So 오늘 today, 오늘, is an inconvenient day for doing something, and somebody chose today as the day to do it. So 하필, 왜 하필 오늘이야? Out of all the days, why today? So you could have chosen any other day. It could have happened any other day, but why today? Or if you're in a class, maybe 30 people are in this classroom, nobody did their homework, nobody did their reading before the class, and you can say, 왜 하필 나야? 왜 하필 나지? Like, why me out of all these people? So 왜 하필? 하필 is like that you are questioning why it has to be that day, why it has to be you. You are also basically complaining partially. Okay, I was scrolling through the comments with the trackpad, and I wanted to actually move the cursor on the computer back to the phone. Silly me. Okay, a lot of questions. Do you all have any plans to release more topic study materials? This is something that we wanted to do this year but couldn't do. But we will do that. We're actually working on it so that we can release more materials for topic, which is test of proficiency in Korean, next year. You got the Talk to Me in Korean pin today. Yay! We made 1,000 of those. I don't know if I have the pin over here. And I think during the sale, I think all the 1,000 pins have been sent out to everyone. So business topics, yes, we'll do that. Oh, okay, one more question from Instagram. Why is 같아 pronounced like 같아? So many verbs, 같아. Yeah. There are some cases where people change the pronunciation, especially in only in spoken Korean, of course. You can't change the pronunciation in written language, but colloquial situations, 같아, it becomes 같아. I don't know why. I don't necessarily think it's easier to pronounce, but people just do it. 같아요. 이거, my wallet. 이거 좋은 것 같아요 would be the live video post. What happened? Okay. 이거 좋은 것 같아요 would be the standard sentence, but a lot of people say 이거 좋은 것 같아요. 같아요. Okay. It's just one quirk of the Korean language and spoken Korean. Okay. Back to YouTube. I will do this for about 10 more minutes before I have to go. Okay? What is my favorite Korean word to say? Honestly, I don't know. What is my favorite Korean word to say? I'll have to think about that. Can you answer this question about your own language? What is your favorite word to say in your language? Interesting. Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Match Alexi says, what does 스럽다 mean at the end of a word? 스럽다. I know what the stem words mean, such as 사랑스럽다, 자연스럽다. Okay, 스럽다. So 스럽다, 스럽다. It's a irregular verb, so it can be in the adverb form. 스럽게. 스러워요 is the verb conjugation for present tense. So 자연 is nature. 자연스럽다 is natural. So 자연스러워요, it is natural. 자연스러웠어요, it was natural. And 사랑스럽다, 사랑 is love. So 스럽다 means it's not easy. It has that trait. Okay, it has that trait. I would put it like that. So 어른 is a grown up. Okay, 어른스럽다 is mature. To be mature. 어른스럽다. 어른스러워요. He's 15 years old. 15살이에요. or 15살인데 진짜 어른스러워요. He's 15 years old, but he's really mature, grown up like. So and so like, it has that trait of whatever word is preceding 스럽다. Great one. Okay. Let me. Okay. I had one of the settings clicked, and it said top chat and live chat. So top chat means the top, whatever top messages YouTube decided were top messages were shown, and live chat, it shows everything in real time. Will there be a meetup in Seoul anytime soon? We have a date. We have a plan and a date, but we'll post it on Instagram and of course here on YouTube. Everywhere you are following us, we will, I think, have a meetup-ish thing, kind of a meetup in January. Okay. And VKX PAP, are you, okay, do you agree with Sejong classes? So I think you are referring to the Sejong Hakdang classes in other countries. I want to go to this class. What's your, okay. Sejong Hakdang is a government-run organization. I think they're doing a good job. A lot of Korean teachers are going abroad, specifically through Sejong Hakdang, and I don't know their official English title, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Sejong Hakdang. So yeah, if you have a Sejong Hakdang in your area, in your city, why not? A lot of Sejong Hakdang teachers actually use our books as side reference books, and we've actually met some of the Sejong Hakdang, I would say, executives or management people have visited our office, and we have met, and we've been talking. We don't do anything like closely related to each other, but one day they are also very supportive of what we're doing. Okay, before I have to go, I'll try to read some questions. Would there ever be, talk to me in Japanese? I know you guys are Korean, but I'm curious. You know what? I don't know. Maybe it can be a personal project. いつか日本語も教えたいと思っているので、作るかもしれないです。でも、まだは計画はないです。I don't have a specific plan for teaching Japanese, but I want to help, like, not that my Japanese is perfect, but I want to do something about this. So yeah, I'm brainstorming by myself. Okay. All right, so I think my time is up. I wanted to do this for 30 minutes, and I think we're at 29 minutes. Okay, so you guys all agree that we should do this more often. I will try to do that. And what do you think about this idea of posting or going live on Instagram and on YouTube at the same time? I think it's a good idea because we can reach more people. And I will keep, I don't know if I should keep this YouTube live chat as is, as a whole, or maybe just edit parts of it and post them. We'll see. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Now, how do I get out?